Happy Friday, Mountain Movers. Hope you're enjoying this fall weather that's finally rolling through Texas. If you live out here, it feels awesome. Glad we're in weather finally. This past weekend, had an awesome opportunity to go to Sky Ranch out in East Texas for a daddy-daughter weekend where we had a ton of fun. There was a ton of activities. She got to do Bible study each day. We had like a men's breakout each day, and just an opportunity to pour into my daughter and just let her know how special she was. And we even did this walk to remember where I wrote her a letter, read it to her, tried not to cry, and then was able to give her a necklace with a Mount Mover mustard seed in it just to commemorate the moment and the weekend. And it just really felt consequential. It felt like this is going to be something that she remembers, and it's going to be a tradition that I want to keep having with her and potentially send her on summer camps and just be surrounded with great people. Because you got to hear from several young adults, so women 19 to 24 years old, that have been through the program for years, that have hung out with each other for years, and you could see that building of community and that strong foundation of faith. And we were able to ask them a bunch of questions like, what do you wish your dads did? What did your dads do well that mattered? And it was spending quality time. It was being rooted in faith. So then when they see the world in like middle school and high school and things pop up that, they're not ready for, they're able to go back to their foundational root and their parents to work through some of these issues or concerns or troubling items that the world throws their way. So really honored I got to spend that time with my princess and hopefully get to do it again someday soon. But the big questions I had leaving it was, how am I modeling Jesus? Like, how am I showing up like him for her? And then how am I not? And I know, like, sometimes I poke fun at this with, like, road rage, so to speak. And even though I'm not swearing anymore, there's still some anger in there. And I'll see a vehicle pull ahead or go slowly, and I'll hear my daughter from the back say, "Come on already, right, Dad?" And that's a good indicator that I have some work to do, because what am I modeling for her? And I want to model love and joy and kindness and forgiveness and giving and gratitude and all those things. And I want to do that consistently so it's built up in her. The next one from the Daily Motivations this week, Tom Brady was talking about how failure is amazing. And it's always easier to think about that in hindsight. Once you get through the season, like some of the deepest, darkest seasons of my life have shaped who I am, and I wouldn't have the purpose I have today without them. So I'm grateful for those failures. But man, failures in the moment stink. They hurt. But having some self-awareness that they're shaping us can help us drive where we're going and who we want to be, who we want to become. And building on that, we were talking about mistakes, and mistakes repeated more than once is a decision. And when you make those repeated decisions, you're building a habit. And the more you enforce that habit, you're building your character. And that could be for good things, and that could be for not so good things, like doing what you say you're going to do, being a man or a woman of your word, following your faith and acting on it. Being in a meeting, saying things, and then actually following through, because I say the magic happens not in the meetings, but in between the meetings. So don't let those mistakes become decisions, then habits, then your character. Learn from your mistakes, grow from them, build up processes. If you've had processes, snap back to them in order to get back on the path of success. Finish strong, and we'll see you next week.